The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. Now, amid a fresh COVID wave in China, President Bongbong Marcos is now in Beijing to meet with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping later today. On their agenda is the signing of 10 bilateral agreements, including one on agriculture. Marian Enriquez with the report.
President Bongbong Marcos and the rest of the Philippine delegation arrived in China at 6:10 p.m. on Tuesday. This is the president's first official foreign trip this year and his first state visit outside of ASEAN. Upon landing at the airport, officials and members of the media were taken to a hotel for rapid antigen tests. Security pins were also distributed to the whole delegation for access to events and activities. Marcos Jr. pushed through with his state visit to China despite growing concerns over COVID-19. Recall that China's healthcare system has been crippled with ballooning patients. In his departure speech, the president said that he will bring up political and security matters during the state visit. At 11 a.m. today, he will meet with Chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, Li Zhanshu. Then in the afternoon, he will have bilateral meetings with Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and his counterpart Xi Jinping.
I look forward to my meeting with President Xi as we work towards shifting the trajectory of our relations to a higher gear that would hopefully bring numerous prospects and abundant opportunities for the peace and development to the peoples of both our countries.
The leaders are expected to sign more than 10 bilateral agreements on agriculture, commerce, among others. Apart from his cabinet, Marcos Jr. also included business leaders in his delegation.
I hope to return home to the Philippines with a harvest of agreements and investments that will benefit our countrymen and further strengthen the foundation of our economic environment.
After the series of meetings, the president and his delegates will attend a dinner banquet tonight. Marcos Jr., however, will not be able to meet the Filipino community in Beijing due to the COVID-19 situation in China. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Now, following the New Year airspace shutdown, one senator is eyeing to invite former Transportation Chief Art Tugade for inquiry over concerns on funds allocated to fix the air traffic system. Meanwhile, the current Transportation Chief says the government might need to secure fresh loans for system upgrades. Arian Kalumbiran with the details.
The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines has a lot of explaining to do on the airspace shutdown that affected over 56,000 passengers on New Year's Day. This according to Senator J.V. Ejercito, Vice Chairperson of the Senate Committee on Public Services, which is pushing for an investigation into the incident. Speaking to the big story, Ejercito warns that the glitch has an impact not only on the economy but also on national security.
We will be blinded if our radar and our air management system is not working, so we really have to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
So far, numerous resolutions have already been filed at the upper chamber to investigate the air traffic glitch. For Senator Jinggoy Estrada, the possibility of it being caused by cyber attack cannot be ruled out.
Hindi natin alam kung pinapasukan na tayo ng mga terorista dito sa ating bansa. So, huwag tayo maging complacent. Let's not be too complacent about it.
Estrada adds that former Transportation Secretary Art Tugade should also be invited for questioning. The senator says Tugade is the only one who can shed light on the around 13 billion peso fund that was reportedly allocated to fix the airspace system during his term, but was instead used for ornamental purposes like setting up electronic billboards. In today's Laging Handa briefing, Kaap said it's ready to face the Senate investigation.
Kami po ay nakahanda. We welcome all the inquiries po na gagawin ng ating anumang sektor ng ating gobyerno po.
Kaap also said that while the country's air traffic system was not obsolete, it admitted that upgrades are necessary and that a recommendation to President Marcos has been submitted for the modernization of the air traffic management system.
Yan po ay constantly na dumadaan sa ating regular maintenance. Yan pong ating equipment na yan, kung tawagin nga, ay nasa midlife. Hindi pa naman po completely obsolete, though we need upgrades to make sure na siya po ay makatutugon sa lahat ng pangangailangan sa ngayon. Maganda pa po ang performance.
The Transportation Department noted that funding options are available for system upgrades.
it has to be approved by MEDA because it will cost more than 2.5 billion pesos. We should be able to fund this through ODA or through loans from different financing.
Arian Columbiran, we are One News.
Private recruitment and manning agencies are now directed to assist overseas workers affected by the air traffic shutdown. The Migrant Workers Department instructs agencies to help affected OFWs explain the cause of their delayed arrivals to their respective employers. This is to ensure that their employment is secure and unaffected by the air traffic fiasco. The DMW also directs agencies to submit the necessary reports on affected workers as soon as possible. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News Now. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. Free rides at the EDSA busway might have ended, but long lines still greeted commuters on their first day of work after the holidays. Ian Suyu with the report.
Long lines greeted commuters at the Cubao EDSA bus carousel as it's back to work after a long holiday.
Mas maaga nga ako lumabas.
Some, like Venus, opted to leave early in the anticipation of the rush, but she still expects to be late as passenger lines stretch from the overpass to the sidewalk.
Sobrang matagal ngayon. Akala ko walang pila kasi wala nang libreng sakay. Mahaba rin pala ngayon. For 45 minutes na siguro, sir.
Hindi pa ba kayo malilate niyan, ma'am?
Malate na siguro.
In the NEPA Q-Mart station, aside from long queues since early morning, bus arrivals were slow, adding to commuters' dismay. Dispatchers say one reason for this is the loss of rescue buses or those dispatched to one station only to clear lines. But more buses are expected to ply to the routes in the coming days as drivers return from their vacations. So far, a total of 550 buses from 2 consortia are continuing their operation in the EDSA bus carousel system. In Buendia, Makati, the same struggle welcomed commuters.
Around 6:30, madami ng nag-aantay dito tapos puno na lahat. So, mas mahirap sumakay. Actually, late na ako. Try po ako mag-book ng angkas kaso wala ding rider. Pero siguro mas marami po ngayon dahil balikan na lahat.
Ella, who is pregnant, waited in the line for an hour before she was able to get a bus ride.
Mahirap. Ang hirap sumakay. Lalo na buntis. Ang
hirap magtawag ng taxi. Napakadaming pasahero. Kailangan mas maaga umalis. Kasi kahit maaga na, 4 a.m. na kami umalis sa bahay, ganito pa din eh.
Other commuters, on the other hand, had to resort to unconventional ways just to get a ride.
Even you see po sa likod, makikita nyo naman, halos po lahat ng tao is papunta na doon. Sinasalubong na nila yung mga jeep and buses. So parang doon pa lang, puno na sila. Hindi na no chance ko kung sasabit ka na lang po talaga. No choice po kung mag-aangkas, o kaya katulad naming mga lalaki, na sasabit na lang po sa jeep para lang po umabot sa work.
The government's free ride ended on New Year's Day, so aside from the queues, commuters are now expected to pay up to 75 pesos for a bus ride in the EDSA carousel system. Transport Secretary Jaime Bautista earlier said the agency will be entertaining bids to privatize EDSA busway service by the first quarter of this year. For News 5, Ian Suyu, we are One News.
And here are the other headlines we're keeping our eyes on. Flooding in Lanao del Norte leaves one dead, an 8-year-old girl from the town of Baroy. Thousands more are affected after non-stop rains on Monday. Holiday season injuries have climbed to 262 on Tuesday. The DOH reports that almost all of the cases here are fireworks related, save for one caused by a stray bullet. And devotees have started flocking to Quiapo Church ahead of the Feast of the Black Nazarene on January 9. The Quiapo Church is expecting around 1 million people to participate in the yearly tradition. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News, all sides, all the time.